That's more cool. That's more important.
All the hard work, sacrifice, it's all coming down to this.
I didn't sweat and cry all those tears and drip all that blood for no reason.
My dream is to be the UFC champion, nothing else.
I've got to destroy whoever they put in front of me. I'm not gonna let someone hijack my destiny.
Why are you a size of a shoe?
And they're right. This is their time.
You are
This is their
only a few
opportunity
months old,
to
and
reach out
yet
and
you are the
grab
size of a
everything
shoe.
they ever dreamed of.
And
Welcome
not
to
a
the
small
Ultimate
shoe, you
Fighter.
are the size of a full-blown adult male shoe. That is made to work. For work. What, huh? I used secretly a steel-toe boot. Let me check. Well, that's cool. That's cool right there. This is cool. They're normal thing. They're on. I'm gonna turn off my ceiling fan because I'm freezing to death. Bitches are useful. That's some red core. That's some red core. Yeah, that's some red core. Rampage found a way to clone himself. Okay, French. Oh, gotta kill him. Gotta rock some wood. Charles over there because I use my stand-up to get them to want to go down. Oh damn, this guy didn't go down. Yeah, that's real cool. Fuck, that's real cool. That's real cool. That's real cool. Yeah, that's real cool. Something just popped in my head. Didn't yesterday I get fucking bleach on my pants? How the fuck does
Winner
it not
by
look
tap
bleached?
out and moving into the house.
I feel like I broke either physics or I'm imagining it. Okay, yeah, I didn't do enough, it seems, even though I can show that I can strike and I can grapple. Changing animations. I'm not joking when I say I'm probably gonna find something to eat soon.
Litzy lamb, super snazzy. A real saucy boy. Dynamite. Don't I know it? Style maestro. Thanks. It's Old Navy.
The next level of nerds. Nerds Gummy Clusters. A crunchy outside with a sweet gummy center.
Those have existed for a while.
Nerds, shake things up.
Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've had a story to tell, but I have a story to tell, and it's because my birds accidentally laid eggs together without my consent. Okay, so let's back up. I'm sure the majority of you know this guy right here, Ari. Classic piece in the Jaden Animations lore. If you don't know him, you don't know me. I keep Ari in his own room because he destroys literally anything if he has access to it. In a way, you could call it a containment room. But when I'm not around to give him attention, I wanted to make sure he has a friend around and isn't just sitting there all alone and pitiful-like. So back in October 2019, I got Tofu, which, oh my god, I'm just realizing is much longer ago than I thought. Tofu, I thought you were still just a baby. She definitely isn't as well known as Ari, but we're talking about her now. I was so nervous back when Tofu first arrived because I obviously hadn't gotten any other pets before, and it was really important that she and Ari actually got along. Birds can be pretty particular, and some just flat out hate each other for no apparent reason. Some sort of bird drama or something, I don't know. I was worried my birds were... Yeah, because
When did she say she got Tofu?
Oh my god, I'm just realizing is much longer ago than I thought.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 4 years ago, goddamn!
Tofu, I thought you were still just a baby. She definitely isn't as well known as Ari, but we're talking about her now. I was so nervous back when Tofu first arrived because I obviously hadn't gotten any other pets before, and it was really important that she and Ari actually got along. Birds can be pretty particular, and some just flat out hate each other for no apparent reason. Some sort of bird drama or something, I don't know. I was worried my birds were gonna mean girls each other, and then suddenly I'd have two singular birds, which then doubles my original problem. I went through the typical process you're supposed to do to introduce them, keep them in separate areas for a bit, let them kind of see each other, slowly introduce them in small doses, and suddenly they were best friends. I was so happy. Plan B of having to get 4 birds was now not necessary. So great, everything was going according to plan. I had around, nothing could possibly go wrong when there's a pair of animals that get along very well. It was a peaceful, happy 3 years of 2 birds who were besties until this past spring where everything went wrong. How could this happen? I walked into the birds' room to give them their morning food, and on their dresser, I find 3 tiny little eggs.
There we go.
Oh, Uh-oh. And by the way, when I say tiny, I mean you would be shocked to see how small bird eggs can be. These things were the size of a quarter. Some of you may be thinking, Jaden, why is this a bad thing? Jaden, it's the gift of life. This is a beautiful moment of miracles. Okay, sure, but actually, no. First of all, I don't want more birds, especially fragile little fresh out the egg ones. Remember when I was worried I'd have to get 4 birds if Ari and Tofu didn't like each other? Why am I experiencing the same dilemma again? 2 birds is already enough, especially since one of them has devoted his entire life to being a full-time bastard. Anyone who has a gremlin pet understands that that creature is equal to like 3 pets worth of energy. It's a lot to handle at all times, and if my plate gets any more full, I'll unlock alcoholism. Second of all, this is now
Alcoholism
that I need to handle
unlocked.
ASAP.
Nice.
I can't be like, oh,
I'm gonna unlock
I'm
that
busy
pretty
right
soon.
now, I'll deal
Like,
with it later. No,
6 years from now.
procrastinating would only lead to possible hatching. Not 100%, but there's a chance. I'll get to that later. Which leads back to my prior statement that I've stated multiple times at this point of I don't want more birds. Immediately, I was like, how did this happen? I've been preventing them from laying eggs together for so long. What changed? Unlike cats and dogs, birds can't really be neutered, at least not easily. You could give them like monthly hormone shots or there's other stuff, but it's just really complicated, and you're better off simply making sure their environment is set up in a way to discourage nesting and egg-laying behavior. There's a few things you could do to prevent it, but to sum things up, basically don't let the birds nest. If they find a dark little hidey hole, they'll start treating it like a nest and get hormonal, and suddenly you've got eggs. No nesting, for the most part, no problem. I looked around the room and was so confused. All they had in there were their cages, climbing tree, and a drawer I bought to hold all their bird stuff. And the eggs were just on the top of the drawer too, not even in a safe burrowed nest-like place. One had already rolled off the side and cracked open on the floor like an omelet. Tofu, this is not even close to motherly instincts. After a bit of snooping around, I pulled the drawer back from the wall to realize, oh my god, these birds have been secretly burrowing into the back of this drawer like they were plotting a prison escape. Somehow, Ari and Tofu squeezed their tiny bodies in between the drawer and the wall and started chewing the back of it to get into the drawers from behind. They literally gnawed through it like the nematodes in SpongeBob. You should have seen all the sawdust on the floor. Well, here's a picture, but it doesn't do it justice. It looked like a construction site and smelled like Home Depot. Suddenly it made sense. They were using the drawer as a secret nest. Whenever I was in the room, they were out and about. Hi, Mom, please give us seeds. Nothing nefarious is going on. I leave, and boom, straight to the forbidden nesting drawer they go. Criminals. As I'm connecting the dots on how we got to this point, I realize I don't even know which one of these knuckleheads even laid the eggs. When I got Tofu, I made sure she was a girl. A little late. I talked to one of my bird knowledgeable friends when I was considering getting another, and she recommended a female bird because there was a higher chance Ari would get along with her more than a male bird. So Tofu has been DNA checked and female certified. However, way back when I got Ari, I never got him/her checked. Green cheek conure genders can only be confirmed through DNA tests, and there wasn't really any important reason to know Ari's gender at the time, so I just didn't. Over the years, I've just started calling him my big man because of the way he acted and behaviors he displayed felt very obnoxiously masculine, but it was always more of a gut feeling above anything else. But I am now facing a possible reality that my bird I've had for 7 years that I've been headcanoning is male could have been female this whole time and is the potential mother of these confusing eggs. Because yes, birds don't need a male around to lay eggs. Think about it like chickens. They just be laying eggs out the wazoo without a rooster in sight. They don't care. Boom, egg. If it's a girl bird, that thing can lay eggs whether you or a male bird wants it to or not. So in this situation, Ari possibly being a girl is the thing that's blowing my mind the most. But one quick peek at their little bird booty hole swiftly gave me the answer. It's definitely Tofu. If you know, you know. I'm just saying, laying 3 eggs a quarter the size of your whole body biologically does something to you. Anyway, I immediately booked a vet visit for Tofu. Laying eggs drains birds of their calcium and overall health, so I wanted to make sure she was generally okay. The vet took a look at her and was like, she looks fine, she's acting fine, we'll give her some vitamins, but she's still got more eggs in her. What? Tofu, how many of those things are gonna cook up? Also, we gotta limit this whole ordeal to as minimal as possible, please, because that vet bill was not fun. We can't be making this a routine occurrence. It's no mystery laying eggs can also be pretty dangerous for birds. There's a chance it could get stuck, and the bird just dies. And to be honest, I really didn't want that to happen. So every egg meant an extra mountain of stress and anxiety for me. Yippee! The vet told me conures typically lay eggs every other day, so once she goes a few days without laying any, then I can come back and get her another checkup to really make sure she's all good. So I let time pass, and in total, Tofu ended up laying 8 freaking eggs. She was not supposed to lay that many. Normally conures lay clutches of like 4 or 5, so she basically laid 2 birds worth of eggs. I don't know what to do, but alright, she's finally done. We can now move on to the second step in the what to do when your bird lays eggs without your permission plan. I have to swap out the eggs for fake ones. If I just yoink Tofu's eggs away, she's gonna be like, what the my eggs? Dude, what the hell? I just laid those. And she's biologically programmed to start laying more to replace them. Luckily, my friends Jordan and Kelsey had some fake conure eggs because coincidentally, their bird laid eggs like 6 months prior to Tofu, so they already went through this process and were definitely supplying me with mental support. They lent me their fake eggs, I swapped them out, and perfect. Tofu is now trying to be a mother of 8 balls of plastic. After a few weeks of them not hatching, she'll move on, forget all about them, and everything will return to normal. It was a successful heist, as in I gave them both treats, stole all their eggs right in front of them, and they did not notice. You might be realizing, even though Tofu's eggs won't hatch, I still am in possession of actual real bird eggs that may or may not be fertilized. Yep, as much as Ari could have been the mother, he could also be the father. We don't know. Big drama. Are you the father? More like, is there even a father? After consulting with the vet and various bird resources, I basically had to make sure no birds could start growing in them just in case. Even though it's very likely they were just empty little chicken eggs, we couldn't run the risk. But this is crazy. By the various resources aforementioned, I was given a few options. I was told I could smash them, which felt a tad bit too violent for me. Oh, Tofu, are these your little eggs? The first eggs you've ever laid in your life?
Smish.
Absolutely not. I could freeze them, just put them in a little container, pop them in the freezer, and there you go. But the last option, which sounded the most insane in my opinion, was to boil them. Make tiny little boiled eggs. Why does that one sound the most deranged and psychopathic? I know people consume all types of bird eggs all over the world, but boiling my own conyers eggs just feels way past the line in mental sanity. So I popped them in the freezer to hang on to whatever humanity I had left after all this, and they've been there ever since. I still have them. I'll go to grab a popsicle and be like, oh, hello, Tofu eggs. I don't know. Even though they won't hatch, they still feel special. They're my little baby Tofu, little baby eggs. I don't want to just throw them away like they're nothing. I'll just keep them in my freezer forever, because that's somehow the most sane option I was given. Some people might be like, Jaden, you should have tried to let them hatch. But you do not understand. I am absolutely definitely not qualified to raise baby birds. I promise this was the best thing to do for everyone. For me, for the eggs, for Ari and Tofu. God knows Ari would have been an awful father or mother. So that's what I've been dealing with over the past few months. Tofu's fine now. She's essentially back to normal. I have since removed the secret nest drawer they have claimed. I'm sure they weren't too happy about that one, but hey, you reap what you sow. People will tell me, oh, you're the reason I want a bird. And I always think to myself, man, that's unfortunate. The majority of people are not suited to own a bird. Case 1, they can cut through furniture like chainsaws. Case 2, they can lay eggs and curse you to put them in the freezer like the egg murderer you are. Or worse, I love my birds with all my heart.
I actually want to get birds. Not because of Jaden, but because like my cousin has birds. And, well, has a bird, if I remember correctly. Like last I checked, she has a bird. And the said bird is pretty cool. Like it speaks. And I'm like, oh, speaking bird. And then it's also my mortal enemy because it speaks to me and goes like, "You're a bitch," and I'm like, "Eh!" And also tries biting me. But we look past that, and I'm like, "Ooh, bird." But also, I kind of can't get birds because I have cats. Said cats might eat birds. Second, said cat. Well, one of them might have kittens.
Me if they make good pets. I turn into the biggest hater, and if you're a good bird owner, you'd probably agree with me. Birds are beautiful, intelligent, loyal companions, but they're also knife tornadoes who can force you to question your own mortality as you spend a fortune on vet bills. Thanks for watching. Hey, by the way, do you want to see me in person, in the flesh?
Oh.
James, Ross, Dom, Aaron, and I are all going back on tour again. Imagine going to a funny improv drawing comedy show, but there's no children. And I swear, live on stage, right in front of you. That's right, if you're 18 plus, you should grab tickets to our Scribble Showdown After Dark show. Check out scribbleshowdown.com to see if we're coming to a town near you.
Fuck. Well, fuck.
So we find the boosters
I wanted
here,
to meet my favorite animator, Wasso Donovan.
Make it to the end so the game can spin in your face. Following that is yet another Eggman level for some reason, but Weapons Bed literally begs you on all fours for the freest A rank of your life. I mean, there is so much fodder scattered across the entire map. So now that that's out of the way, let's get a fox and make it to the best treasure hunter level in the game.
I beat all of them.
Security Hall. Yeah, there's a giant timer in the corner, but it doesn't really mean anything, since if you want an A rank, you're gonna have to find all 3 of these emeralds before it reaches 0 anyways. I don't know exactly what it is about this mission, but the heist just feels right. Good thing for us, they left all the treasure out in plain sight and allowed me to get another A rank. Sure, Rouge has to fight the giant mech, which isn't very hard to do, but Shadow's White Jungle is damn cutscene. It's iconic, I know, but you can tell the developers really liked it because we have been forced to watch it twice now, and I promise you that this will not be the last time either. Yeah, whatever. Let's just blow up the island and drive a fucking car.
Found you, faker.
Balls so we can find tails and... Wait, what did she just say? When it came to Shadow's Skyrail, I spent a long time on this mission. Not because it's hard or that I was...
Soften them up.
The ramp is too damn high.
You're stalling. Let's get after it. Nice job. Stay heavy.
We don't care. Well, I mean, I don't.
An A rank, but rather because I'm very stubborn and wanted to attempt this entirely unnecessary skip that, in my defense, looked very cool. But was it worth it? And then after finding the egg golem, No! So after fighting the egg golem, I fought the egg golem again and got launched straight to mad space. This is currently one of the levels of all time, but not even a spreadsheet could save my illiterate ass. Eventually, I did conquer most of the bait of the spreadsheet could save...
Edition ni to oh, it's hot inside.
My illiterate ass. Eventually, I did conquer most of the bait of the Super Mario Galaxy and stumbled upon one of the most embarrassing moments yet. I think it's here. Yeah. Really? No way this is what kills the run. Shoot? It's probably just on the side, isn't it? That's pretty embarrassing, actually. Now that the tables are flipped for this fight, I used the exact same strategy as the last one. Wow. The penultimate level of Dark Story is Eggman's Cosmic Wall. This stage is one hell of a journey, so I'll save that explanation for when I come back for an A rank, because I did not. Before we put Eggman to rest, though, he has to whiff punish Tails' raw level 3 before killing him once more, but this time in space. Final Chase, the last mission in Dark Story. For this, I just want to go as fast as I could, only take a brief detour to grab the Mystic Melody. I definitely had some moments close to death, like more than one, but somehow managed to bring home an A rank on my first try, and honestly, thank God, this level is hell. So now it's time for that cutscene, and much like last time, you just kind of play it until you're done playing it, and then you're at the credits. Again. Right before this random Kingdom Hearts-esque cutscene starts playing and unlocking the last story. After finishing both storylines, you know that Sonic stopped the Eggman Death Star, but Shadow said the Eggman Death Star is going to destroy humanity, and now the giant Eggman Death Star is falling down to Earth to destroy humanity.
No.
I guess. So all 5 of our heroes, yes, these 2 are heroes, now have to team up together and create one of the most hyped relay races of all time, Cannon's Core. First up, Tails has to navigate through this corrupted labyrinth while possessing the ability to stop time through these weird switches scattered throughout the map. Then, after breaking through the first section, Eggman takes over while killing rogue bots and navigating through toxic waste in one of my favorite platforming sections in the entire game. Next up is Roo, dressed as Flood the Core by sneaking behind the waterfall and pressing the Flood button, which is confusingly convenient. Then Knuckles takes over, since he can breathe underwater thanks to this entirely optional and not required at all power-up. This next section unfortunately takes an incredibly long time. If only there was a way to do it faster. Oh well, guess not. For the last leg of this relay, Sonic steps up as the anchor. Despite all of the other levels being decently fleshed out, this is really just a few enemies before facing a water park slide, and the level's over. For now, I genuinely believe that this combined level is one of the coolest parts of any video game ever, so what a fitting 69th emblem for us. As you might have noticed, Shadow did not participate in the relay race. Why? Well, he has to fight his big brother, the pre-Ultimate Life Form. To this day, I don't know how you go from this to this, but all in a hard day's work, I suppose. The first Bio-Lizard fight is definitely one of the most tedious parts of the game, though. I wouldn't exactly call it hard, but it's just unkind. Oh my god, I die here, don't I? Oh, that's a filter. Sure enough, Vi pulled through and set us up for one of the greatest moments in video game history. Oh, the music, the setting, the giant fucking lizard in space, the reveal of Super Shadow. God! This is
the giant fucking lizard in space.
And I've never popped off more than seeing this for the first time as an 8-year-old. Have we as a society, or we as a culture, or an industry of game developers, has anyone really made a moment to top this one? Look, this boss fight is just incredible, okay? It doesn't even matter if this is one of the least memorable bosses in Sonic history, because this thing is remembered for the moment. Also, speaking of the moment, somehow something incorrect happened. No, Shadow, no, we move. We move. What the fuck? What the fuck? You can do that? It moved? Huh? Okay.
You said it yourself, we move.
Wait, what is Sonic even doing here? What did Sonic even do? What happened? And just like that, Sonic and Shadow saved the world. I mean, sure, Shadow died, but did he really? Also, Sonic Movie 3. Hey, I see you. Don't fuck this up now. Anyways, the world is saved. Credits roll for the final time, and now just 110 more emblems left to go. Oh, this is going to be a long video. For the next emblems, I decided to test out some of the extra modes, like Boss Rush. This isn't really anything complicated or elaborate, since I've already showcased exactly what you do in all of these, so there's one. And then you get another for clearing the dark half of the bosses. Yes, there's one for doing all, but it just felt a bit repetitive after clearing Hero and Dark mode. So I put it on the shelf for later so I could focus on the best part of Sonic Adventure 2. Kart racing, of course. This section is split up between 3 separate emblems, since there are 3 different courses, each with varying difficulty. First off, the AI cheats like hell in this game. I have no idea how you're supposed to catch up until the game just lets you. It feels like you're playing a kart racer returning. Like Shadow gets a deep crush and then suddenly takes the whole race. So you can continue this confusing game of tug of war for the medium course.
Twist his dick! Untwist his dick!
Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Yeah, isn't that shit cool? Okay, and we're done. That's all 3 episodes that you finish with kart racing. For now, 9 hours into this run and not even halfway. I feel great. Like the whole world record has
Beautiful KO for the victory early in the first.
When it came to White Jungle, though, I spent some time cleaning up the missing A-rank from the first mission and then set out to Chow for the first.
This is the shot that drops him. Perfect technique. He's clearly hurt badly here. Let's take a look at it one more time. Here's the knockdown.
Time cleaning up the missing A-rank from the first mission and then set out to Chow World for the first time. I didn't watch Shadow create life and purchase more life through illicit means. Shadow then created a slightly heavier life and took it upon himself to name him Shadow 2. But that is a story for another day. I mean, still have to collect 100 rings in White Jungle. Wasn't that fun? In case you've forgotten about the Chow missions, and if so, I can't say that I blame you. I spent a good amount of time while searching for this Chow and didn't have any luck for my first attempt. But he was just hiding in plain sight on this slightly separate track, which means now it's time for mission 4, like mission 1, but with the timer. No, mission 1 on this level has a timer. Okay, it's officially the same mission, but again. After that, I just wanted to check out Security Hall in hopes of finding 100 rings, but like most treasure hunter missions, there are like only 4 rings. So remember when I told you about the back ring exploit a while ago? I did a quick recon session to find enough rings and then restarted the mission while making sure I got hit right at the start so the back ring would appear. Then it was just a matter of executing the route and following it until I got at least 50 rings before hopping back into the back ring, following the route again, and collecting a free A-ring. Routing in live time is definitely one of my favorite experiences.
Living to learn.
Levels, especially when some of them are impossible to do without certain upgrades. So, back to Dry Lagoon to collect Rouge's Mystic Melody, and while I'm here, I might as well clean up the missing A-ring, yeah? Next up, 100 rings is one of the quickest routes I've ever managed to come up with. After scouting out the area, I noticed there were multiple bubbles in a row offering tons of rings, which made this mission shockingly fast, since you just follow the same route twice before clearing the mission flawlessly. After searching for a shrine, I set out to save this Chow in record time, who was just having a little swim. Then, through the power of Spreadsheet Gaming, swiftly achieved another emblem for mission 4. So now it's time for the run back of Radical Highway. Redeeming the A-rank wasn't a daunting task, and neither was 100 rings, since in these levels, you just hold forward until you get a shiny new emblem. What's interesting about the Chow missions is that you start to develop this weird sixth sense for them. If you don't come across a shrine naturally, the first place that feels like it would be strange to check is usually always correct. Then the 4th mission was attempted and cleared, and that's all I can really say about it. Feeling nostalgic about all the kart racing, I returned to Route 2A to quickly collect 100 rings and was then presented with an impossible mission of do not cause car accidents. I mentioned before how easy it is to slaughter a family of 4, but did you know that they can fight back, cause the accident, and blame you? Bro, put your turn signal on, goddamn! They almost ran into me! Oh my god! Dude, what the fuck? This dude's an awful driver! Stay in your goddamn lane! Well, I don't know why they had it out for me, but they did.
Fuck you.
I somehow ended up clearing it on my first attempt because I refused
Today
to
we're
be
focused on
credit for
takedown
that one.
defense.
Now,
I
Rouge
do
has
not
to
want to see this
even
guy get you
harder
down.
mission of not hitting
Good
a single
hand
wall.
movement.
I guess it's a bit easier.
Nice
since the ball
motion.
can't run into me. Yeah, at least
Block that.
At least I hope. Don't you hate it when you're driving the wall just goes.
Good
If
job.
you're new here, take a seat. This happens a lot.
Don't let him hit you.
This mission, I saved the 5th one for the last gauntlet at the end and picked up a Chow key so someone else besides Shadow could enter the Chow Garden. Thus, Sonic created Sonic Jr. as a rival for Shadow 2. But in attempts
Go for a takedown, bitch.
Chow, I realized something. This shit takes forever. Anyway, back to Security Hall so I can collect Rouge's treasure scope and find the hidden Chow all the way
Way to use your head on that one.
Impossible to access platform. Yeah, crazy how these optional power-ups are
That's a
really
good
not that
stance.
optional, huh? After I finished off Security Hall's 4th mission,
got you down a couple times.
Put it on my cow.
Well.
Cut the camera, cut the camera.
I returned back to Chow World with a plan.
Today we're going to block the shot.
It might know it's
Footwork
the
now.
whole point of this video,
Ooh, nice
but
job.
You're currently watching videos from a guy who uses rare candies and Nuzlocke,
Good
a gun in
hips.
Pikmin 4, and now it's software designed to create
Perfect.
the ultimate life form in a creature named Shadow 2. So,
Perfect.
after changing a few numbers here and there, we took it for a test drive in Chow Karate. Yeah, this is pre and post time. Oh my god, look
Come
at
on,
him.
right back up.
He is willing and ready to scrap. Oh, one punch. Oh!
You're okay, don't worry.
Yeah, so Shadow 2 did that roughly 94
Good
times.
job.
It resulted in not just one, but 4 whole emblems added to the collection. Then it was
Gotta
time
move
for
with
Chow
that.
racing. This is like karate. And
Go for a
the
takedown, bitch.
attachments to your Chow strength, but more like the
Perfect. That's it.
Take that.
Good job, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
You did some things really well. A couple things we're going to fix.
Bitch.
Obviously, I
Today
didn't
it's
get rid of
takedown defense.
Spend less time
Show
striking,
us
more
to
time
boss.
takedowns.
See, and the way
Thank
that
you.
can only hope to accomplish one small task, but it ends up taking 4 hours
Great
anyways.
job there.
Since Shadow 2 was given an abundant amount of performance-enhancing drugs, each race was over within just a
Good
few
hips.
seconds.
That's it. Beautiful
Unfortunately,
hips
the
right
other side
there.
of that coin is that sometimes the stats were
Way to
so
use your hips.
freakishly
Nice.
high that the game couldn't
That's it.
process
Good
how
work.
strong he was and he would soft lock the game by being
Nice
too
job,
strong
just like that.
to shake fruit off a tree.
Good hand
Not sure how
movement.
this one works out, but I had to put the
That's
rubbery
it.
ankle weights on him for the rest of the races. So emblem after emblem, win after win, I was starting to feel more confident with Shadow 2.
You see what he did there?
Stats up to the game's absolute limit, and what do you know? It's not.
There you go. There we go.
Oh, my ears.
Nice motion.
Which allowed me to learn something very interesting about Sonic Adventure 2.
That's it.
Apparently, Chow data doesn't save until you leave the garden.
Nice defense.
So all of those emblems, progress, and time it took to find the perfect numbers were suddenly gone. I didn't have much motivation to keep going, so I ended stream, grinded the races again off stream, and came back the next day
Hacking the emblems.
to finish the rest.
Nah, like he said, he grinded.
Let's reclaim guard and keep it.
It hit the last two race categories before rounding out the total emblem count at 99.
You're in control down there. You look great.
Shadow 2 retired the blood puddles of hell and set out to conquer
There we go. Get comfortable down bottom.
boss fight in the entire game.
All right, break his posture.
I also let my children retire in the blood pits of hell.
That's good. Keep your hips moving. Yeah, that's it. Stay comfortable.
So with 80 emblems remaining, I just wanted to finish getting
Beautiful work today, man. Your guard is sweet.
Boss rushes, kart races, and challenges were all out of the way. Playing the actual game is all that was left. So for the 101st emblem, I set out for Eggman's Iron Gate to collect 100 rings. My attempts are usually just trying to beat these levels as fast as I can, and if I get an A rank, I move on with my head held high. Before I could save any challenge there, though, I had to go back to Sand Ocean to find Eggman's Mystic Melody. Then I forgot about the Mystic Melody and accidentally learned a new glitch thanks to multiple world record holders in my chat. Apparently, you can create an infinite amount of combos by locking onto everything in the general vicinity and then canceling it by whistling near a pipe. It's not a super hard input and allows you the freest A ranks, but really only on this one specific level. Then, instead of finding the Mystic Melody, the whole reason I came here, I accidentally forgot again and got 100 rings instead. So now that I was on the Chow mission, I definitely need the melody to save them, right? Well, I don't know if I did or not, because I did it without it by accident yet again, so I'm kind of at a loss here. Usually the fourth mission is routinely skipped over, but I have to take this time to talk about how I actually found the Mystic Melody on my fourth attempt of not getting distracted. So imagine how stupid I felt when I realized that it's literally at the start of the level, slightly to the left. Yeah. It's not really my best moment. So I just spammed that weird whistle cancel thing to farm an infinite amount of points and cleared all of Sand Ocean for now. And since I actually have the Mystic Melody, this allows me to return back to Iron Gate and save this poor Chow who got lost crawling through the sonic equivalent of Area 51. Exactly what I said before, if you ever see a branching path that feels the slightest bit incorrect, that's always going to be correct, somehow. So now that I've done to beat the fourth mission, how crazy would it be if we beat the fourth mission? Whoa, we beat the fourth mission! Oh, remember when I spent about an hour trying to hit a 6 skip just to get a C rank on Skyrail? Yeah, now it's about time to scrub that one down, and then move on to the mission where you collect 100 rings by following the path to 100 rings. Since this level is so short, the Chow location is pretty easy to find since you cross it on every normal playthrough. At the top of this tower, you sing your melody, take it home, and quickly complete the fourth mission without talking about it too much, since it's literally the exact same gameplay as the first mission. The record bet, though, collecting 100 rings is easy because there are so many random groups of them laid out everywhere. So this mission is really just about not getting hit by the onslaught of enemies, so you can finish collecting all 100. That's the Chow. I spent forever trying to find the Mystic Melody Shrine, and despite running through the level multiple times, I had no idea where it was. I felt absolutely lost. Sure, eventually I found the Chow, but this room, this little section, is completely inaccessible without the Mystic Melody. But I felt like if anyone could choose it, it'd be me. Y'all are bigger dramatic. Because it's like, if it doesn't work, what did we lose? Like 10 minutes? Yeah, it pushes me off.
Separate from the clinch.
Perhaps to make it over the corner.
Just missed with the straight left.
Look, don't don't you feel so foolish now? Oh my god! That was a small victory, sure, but a huge personal one that I really needed 16 hours in the run. Next up, mission 4 of Wednesday. Normally I do skip over these, but I struggle a bit here. You naturally spend so much time setting up long and elaborate combos with Eggman, and every single time, I just forget about the timer entirely until it was way too late. So yeah, this one is tight, but if you keep moving forward, you can bring home the 112 envelope. I then took a moment to reflect on this beautiful bouquet of pink A-rings filling my screen. At this point, it really started to feel like I was close, especially since I've been putting off the final missions for all levels, and you get one bonus symbol for getting all A-ranks with any specific character. So now, let's just rip off the band-aid and tackle Rouge's headquarters. Believe it or not, fighting 100 rings for levels that barely even have 100 rings has become one of my favorite missions, since it always starts off with a recon session, and once I find it out, I just follow the route. This one starts to take damage right as all starts to activate the back ring collision. Then I just follow this full circle loop around the map, collecting a little over 50 rings just before doing it again, but this time in reverse, so I don't have to activate the homing death beast to collect another A-ring. The Chow is hidden below a 2,000-pound heated weight that murders them instantly, but if you slide under right before their imminent death, you're rewarded with another A-ring for some reason. Then the fourth mission, blah 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 blah, spreadsheet A-ring, and now we're on Sonic's crazy death. In the base playthrough of Hero Story, I got a B-ring, so I was determined to advance that with a little trick that I barely remember and have actually never tried. It's gonna go great. I complete the level as per usual until I get to the weird grassy maze right before the end. So, well, I bounce in a Hail Mary of another jump. I cross the death plane that kills Sonic instantly, but somehow it gives you the A rank anyways. As always, finding 100 rings is as simple as just holding forward in these kind of missions.
Sure.
The Chow was a bit more hidden. I remember finding the Mystic Melody Shrine somewhere in the grassy maze, so I just explored the area until I found it and performed a few skills followed the path in my head, and hoped it was right. Oh, then the fourth mission went about as expected, yeah. Next up was Final Rush, and as I attempted to figure out this level, I'd just like to say, thank you for watching this far into the video. I know I'm explaining every single emblem, but I just wanted to explain every single emblem. I'm hoping that this is one of the videos you watch while eating lunch, but like spread out over 3 or 4 days, and if it is, then my own personal mission was a success. So thanks for watching, and I hope you're at least subscribed this late into the video, and if you do, I promise to give you all the culinary accompaniment you could ever ask for. Anyways, Final Rush, yeah? This mission took me a long time to perfect. First off, I never even knew where the golden beetle was, and then when I found it, how the hell do I hit it? So I decided I'd come back to that later. Focus on collecting another 3 emblem with 100 rings. Sorry to the Chow, but going back to that first mission, my biggest discoveries for points were making sure I nailed the awesome jump at the start, since that helps apparently, and another awesome jump at the end. All other points can be picked up through enemies and performing perhaps necessary skips to find a golden beetle. I don't know how I was supposed to find them normally, but it's an A rank either way. I'm pretty sure I died on that level more than any other level in the game so far, so despite getting that A rank, I wanted to take a break from that and try something fun, you know, like Knuckles' Meteor. Cleaning up the first mission was a breeze because, you know, but the next one was going to be a lot harder.
You know.
Before I even tacked 100 rings, I had to pick up Knuckles with final optional but totally required power-up of the sunglasses. This is the exact same thing as Rouge's treasure scope, but it makes him look cooler. This power-up reveals random rings that you couldn't see otherwise, so if you combine that with using fallen meteorites to explode hidden walls, now this mission becomes doable. To find the Chow here, though, you have to play a quick game of Intergalactic Only Up before finding a shrine that teleports you to a teleport that rescues the lost Chow. The fourth mission, again, was nothing crazy, but I still feel the need to mention them whenever I pick up another emblem. I don't think this is going to be a hot take by any means, but Match Face might be the worst level in the entire game. Not only do the hints look like this, but the whole gravity gimmick is the worst level in the entire game. Not only do the hints...
What? Okay, wait, I'm gonna put that the other way around. So, what man of the Yellow. Call. Ball. Watchman of the Yellow Balcony.
Look like this, but the whole gravity gimmick is awkward and ultimately difficult to traverse. Nevertheless, my spreadsheets prevailed, and in order to find 100 rings, I created the very difficult route that was fast enough to get an A rank. But imagine the surprise on my stupid-ass face when I realized some other rings were hidden due to not using the treasure scope. And at this point, I am done calling these power-ups optional. Being fresh off a meteor herd, I assumed the Chow was also going to be hiding at the top, and, well, the shrine was, but for some reason, I had to go through a strange labyrinth of teleporters before I was able to secure the A rank on the first try. Then, you know, fourth mission. Since we're stuck in space, though, let's continue on with Tails' Eternal Engine. I got the A rank on the first mission already, so the next one was really just about collecting 100 rings while dodging every possible jump scare, which might have happened a lot. After I finally got it, I had to backtrack a little bit because I realized I also forgot to get the Mystic Melody for Tails and was too tired to be bothered, so I turned stream off for the day and came back the next for what was hopefully the final day of 100%ing Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, this was a 3-day experience. To start off, I wanted to play one of the best levels in the entire game, Eggman's Cosmic Wall. This A rank requires the highest point total of any level in the game and is such a genuine run and gun. You really just hold forward, fly, and chain together as many combos as you possibly can. There really isn't much more to it than just that. But if you're struggling on it, focus on combos less on the rails, since a lot of things will despawn if you hold the B button for too long. After killing nearly everything space has to offer, I was rewarded for my efforts and set off to collect 100 rings. This one isn't as hard as you'd expect it to be with the thousands of enemies around, because they also leave tons of rings scattered in the early sections. So this one is shockingly simple. Then when it came to the Chow, this was the quickest one yet. I stormed through the start of the level, and before you even get a whole minute into the level, the shrine is on a small detour, and boom, another A rank. And would you look at that? Another A rank. At the time, I thought that was the last Eggman level, but I forgot about Lost Colony. I had to do the typical thing of replaying the first level so I can get an A rank on it, even though I should have gotten it the first time, right before storming through the 100 ring mission immediately after. The Chow in this level is hidden in a downright cruel placement, as it's so easy to walk by it and not even notice. Did you see it? Yep, I just walked right past it. When you first enter this open area, you have to jump on this nearly obstructed platform as it brings you up to a shrine that then takes you to one final and dangerous path before saving another Chow. Oh yeah, mission 4. So anyways, remember Eternal Engine? Yeah, I forgot to save the Chow in there, so he's just been struggling on his own for a while. Fortunately, similar to the other level, right after you open the...
My Justice League will burn this earth down for me.
Doors up to space, the shrine is tucked away in the corner and takes you straight to another A rank. What's nice about approaching the end of this run nearly 20 hours later is that I'm almost done with having to come up with fun ways to skip over mission 4. Shit, oh shit. Where'd you go? God damn it! God damn it! Even if this one did take me 2 whole attempts. At this point, only a few levels remain before tackling the gauntlet of final missions, but now I gotta go find the Chow I abandoned in Final Rush. You go through about half the level as you normally would, and then the game presents you with a rail that really does not want you to grind up it, and even after you do, there is still danger lurking around every turn. Even after navigating all of that, there is still this fully vertical rail that really does not like cooperating. So I just ignored it with the super balance and barely secured an A rank before doing the 4th mission and also getting an A rank. Wow, crazy how that happens. So now for the shadow counterpart of Final Chase. Luckily I cleared the first mission with flying colors in the initial playthrough, so this one was really about finding 100 rings, and there's not really a big secret to this since going fast will probably guarantee another A rank. Now with just a couple hidden Chows remaining, this one requires you to reach the end of the level and then take this secret pulley at the end. After that, you scale up this gravity pipe while dodging unreactable electric gates, which is just about as much fun as it sounds, before taking home the 138th emblem. Oh, scratch that. Forgot about Mission 4's 139th emblem. With only 41 of those remaining, I realized that it was nearly time to start completing the gauntlet. The last obstacle on my path, though, was now a relay race of Cannon's Core. Much like when I did it the first time, I quickly navigated through each character's path, but tried to score every other combo of points possible. Then when it came to the Knuckles part, I executed this tight out-of-bounds skip that was going to earn me a lot of extra points for the time bonus at the end. So now it was up to Sonic to storm through this level and earn Cannon Core's first A-Ring. Now it's time for the second mission. And this is where things get interesting. Since Tails doesn't have enough rings in his section to earn the emblem himself, he has to pass it off to Eggman, who surprisingly doesn't have enough rings either. What rings, guys? What are you talking about? Oh, you're right. No, this is a rings mission. Hold on, wait, no. There it is, guys. See? No, we're fine. We're fine, chat. We're so fine. After that, we get to come over here. You want to replay the third mission of Route 101? For no reason in particular, but what chat didn't know at the time was that if you play through the second mission of Cannon's Core and end with Rouge, and then follow it up with any mission in Route 101, rats, it's a D. The game will get confused and wrong warp you back to Cannon's Core. Don't doubt. The beauty of this glitch is that you don't have to play through the first 3 time-consuming sections. You carry over the rings you earned from Route 101, incorrectly by the way, and this is the first time in the run where we've had a guaranteed A-ring. Sure, we have 0 points starting out, but remember when I said that if you collect every ring in the level, the game automatically gives you a perfect score? Well, thanks to Route 101, we've gained more rings than are even possible in these last 2 sections. So now all we have to do is use an incredibly tight spin dash jump to perform an infinite time stop glitch into another spin dash jump into a homing attack cancel to make this Goliath jump, since this part should be impossible given how I skipped the first 3 sections, but Sonic still found a way to save the final chow anyways. As for the fourth mission, I did the exact same thing where I come with 100 rings in a Route 101 and back to the fourth mission of Cannon's Core just to die and restart the whole level because the fourth mission doesn't have any checkpoints. Awesome, by the way. So at that point, I decided to stop showing off and just do the mission legitimately, and now it's finally time to start the gauntlet of final missions. I saved the hardest part of Sonic Adventure 2 for a challenging trial worthy of a finale for this phenomenal game. So let's start with Mission 2 of Cannon's Core. I mean, come on, Mission 5 is probably very difficult. So we'll let Rouge grab her 100th ring, mosey on to Route 101's final mission, and I do think it's funny that this is the true start of the 5th mission gauntlet, but God, I love these levels, but like in a sick and twisted way. What's fun about this one is that getting an A-ring is the only way to clear it. Even if you are approaching the end of Route 101 and the clock hits 2 minutes and 50 seconds, Tails will claim the president just got away. Even if he's literally right fucking there! And as you'd expect, the level resets. So drive fast, eat ass, and watch as Tails secures the first of many emblems in Sonic Adventure 2's Gauntlet of Final Missions. And that's the last mission we've done. We get our emblem, and then what happens? We're back at it again, baby! Yep, so now we're in the final mission of Cannon's Core. Well, at least part of it. After Knuckles clips out of bound yet again, swims through the Mexico filter from Breaking Bad, and hands it off to Sonic, this is where I started to experience the Kaizo elements of Sonic Adventure 2. Keep in mind, I have to beat this entire level without getting hit a single time. Otherwise, I'd lose the exact rings that guarantee my A rank. This sounded possible, but these 2 Chaos Blobs kept sniping me down over an endless void. I tried everything from changing up the timing to Ancient Light to even sneaking up behind them, yet died every single time. Then I realized there was one power-up of Sonic's that I have never had to use in a level. Magic Hands. This was the one power-up that I was confident in being entirely optional. No way. But once again, it found one singular and extremely niche usage late into the run. Since there was only one slide between me and the full A rank of Cannon's Core, I approached it with caution and terror and fear, expecting a full Kaizo hellscape of level design. Oh, okay, oh fuck me. And I was right. Oh my god, okay. Can I pull back? Can I pull back at all? Whoa! Oh my god. Oh, shit. Okay, I can hug the wall and I slowed. Oh! Yes! Perfect score, and Cannon's Core is done. We move from 143 to 145 emblems, since the game gives you 1 extra for completing all of the last story missions as well, and 1 per each character. So now, there's really no correct place to start, but I wanted to kick off the gauntlet with my favorite level in the entire game, Metal Harbor. Getting points in this one isn't too difficult because they throw so many more enemies in your path, and this path of enemies essentially guides you towards the gold beetle. When it comes to destroying planes, though, they put giant spinning fucking spike balls because fuck you in your path to make it harder, but somehow if one of them destroys the planes, you still get points for it? Outside of random enemies appearing in Sonic's path, not too much has changed until you start approaching the rocket and have to homing attack off a few beetles before jumping off the rails to catch the rocket's back handle. Then it's just a short board section, and then we've cleared another last mission with an A-rank. Now that the world is open and I can go anywhere I want, I decided to boot up Wild Canyon for some variety, and when I examined my spreadsheets, I realized that none of the emeralds were there. Apparently in the last treasure hunter missions, all 3 emeralds are static and will always be in the same exact spots. But they're all placed in the most insane locations imaginable. Wild Canyon's first emerald shard was hidden in plain sight, right in the middle of the giant wind geyser thing. So I started mashing A and B, and even if there was another way to do this, I brute forced it and it worked. Then I followed the emerald finder until it brought me to the shard hidden right below a platform, which makes it surprisingly difficult to grab. So after searching the entire map for a single flip of the finder, I realized that the last shard had to be hidden in a random wall somewhere, and after eventually finding it, I had to make a guess of which fucking portrait was the right one in this Lost Woods ass section, and of course managed to guess it right at the first try. So now it was a matter of restarting the level, executing a brand new route made up on the fly, and then collect all 3 shards quickly enough to be rewarded with enough points for an A rank. Since I found this elaborate game of hide and seek pretty fun, I decided to finish out all of the Knuckles levels first and ended up in Pumpkin Hill next. The fact that all 3 emeralds were always the same was pretty fun, since finding them was an adventure in of itself, and then creating an A rank worthy route brought even more fun to the mission for me. Pumpkin Hill's first emerald was hidden right under a masked land, which, again, they're not that easy to grab. Then the next one was hidden in a wall while being blasted by twin flames. So you just kind of sneak in when you can and prepare yourself for the third one. Of all moments in the game, this was probably the one that made me ask, how the hell is a child supposed to beat this level? I searched the entire steeple area with my radar going crazy, but it wasn't until exhausting every single one of my options, climbing to the very top of the steeple and equipping the sunglasses. Like, someone said this in my chat earlier, and I legitimately did not believe them. It sounded like someone was trying to pitch you that Sonic actually was in Melee. Not only do the sunglasses cause a spring to appear, but you also have to immediately glide perfectly out to the middle of nowhere to grab it. So I was willing to reset with a quick fix route and brought home another A rank, but like, Jesus Christ, man. These treasure hunter levels really do not mess around, but now it's time for Aquatic Mine. In my opinion, this level has some of the craziest locations out of all of them. Like, I searched the entire map and didn't find a single glimpse of a shard on the radar. Eventually I checked the Chow area as a desperate Hail Mary, but like, dear God, why was I correct? Wow. After searching the entire map again, I was not having any luck, but then I found an emerald hidden in an impossible location at the start and began examining every corner of the mine with sunglasses until eventually stumbling upon a spring that launches Knuckles straight to the emerald. So now there is only one more to find. I just continued to survey the map as I've been and finally found it at the bottom of a pit filled with spike balls, because of course there are. So like all of the other levels, I restarted and created a route surveying the mines, launching up the spring, and then returning to the first location that I earnestly checked as a joke. This A rank felt earned, and it led us straight towards the death chamber. I know this isn't one of my favorite levels, like at all, but hey, at least all 3 emerald shards are consistent. After searching throughout the entire map, yes, even the Chow area this time, the MG radar told me that I was going to have to get creative. I then proceeded to check every possible painting found in the hidden room, and after solving the puzzle, I went back and checked the Chow area and came across both of the other keys. So now it's a simple process of resetting, following the route, and receiving an A rank for the 150th emblem. Oh my God, we are so close. To finish up all of Knuckles' missions, I attempted the final one of Meteor Herd. Knowing how much random bullshit normally litter this area, I prepared for the worst and took a bite of my dinner. I was eating chicken fried rice. Chill on me. The first emerald shard was hidden behind a door near spawn, which honestly felt too good to be true. Knuckles just had to give a fallen meteorite a small love tap and bust open the door before climbing up towards the second shard, which took me an eternity to do. I don't think there has been a single emerald in the history.
Well, now, because showing this guy, like pointing out to this guy that doesn't matter how tough he thinks he is, one of these shots will wake him.
Joe, that was well done, blocking the punch. Precise jab by Bone Crusher. Joe, that cut keeps getting worse, and it looks nasty. Good connection. Wow! This could be it right here. Oh, my! Hard jab. Solid shot to the box. Wow!
Oh, just the fact that he would go head, body, head, body, head, body, head.
Tremendous hook on the button for the win.
Let's check out the action on our fight.
I hit him with a literal 50 piece before I cracked him with that.
That ended this fight. Let's see it again. Here it is one more time. Boom! Right on the money.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 56 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Chosen One.
Victorious with the knockout.
You just paid the hat tag. Man, that man kept eating those body shots the way he was gonna shut down eventually. Without needing to get punched in the head for it. Like, he was at the point of shutting down after all those body shots. So, me just beating him until he shut down there, fighting punches, made sense. Shannon Schaffer.
History of Sonic Adventure 2 that has tripped me up more than this one. Like, everywhere I went, I only found more and more confusing answers. So I'll skip over the whole 17 minutes it took to find one shard of the Master Emerald just for the third to be in the exact same place, but a little higher up. So just finish the level about 17 minutes faster, and there you have it. The final A rank for Knuckles. We lock in at 152 emblems and even get a ceremonious black screen with rainbow text to celebrate such an occasion. Now it's time for the other half of the Treasure Hunter level, starting with Dry Lagoon. The pathing for this one was so simple since all the emeralds are really just in plain sight. The first one is right above spawn and requires a leap of faith. The second is right next to where you were to take that leap of faith. And the last, as you guessed, is physically impossible to reach as it's caught in an undertow below the stage and completely inaccessible without a hidden spring, only discoverable with the treasure scope. Yeah, these Treasure Hunter levels sure do love hitting you with that shit, huh? Before tackling the rest of the normal missions, I took a detour to Route 280, and I can't really say that there was anything too different in difficulty in this one compared to Route 101 outside of her conch and ball race car. I know that these are some of the more forgotten levels in the game, but genuinely some of my favorites. It's a free A rank, sure, but a much needed refresher in the sea of other levels like Headquarters. Have next a bird.
No, it's good. And fast forwarding.
Then I assumed there would also be one at the...
Is he getting a haircut during this? Next year's when Skull and Bones comes out. That is actually impressive. I didn't think that game was ever coming out.
Coming up now, it's a bantamweight
Here, I switch over to Sonic the Pyramid Cave. This one is probably the action level that I struggled the most on for the first 4 missions, so the last one has potential to be a real run killer. I mean, I say that like I'm not already 26 hours into this speed run. Look, the timer isn't there to show how fast
The Chosen One,
already
coming off a great training camp, he is very well prepared, extremely focused, and ready to run right through his opponent.
This guy has tremendous ground technique, and his ability to pass guard and get to a dominant position is elite.
To my surprise, even the gold beetle was in a different location. And at the end, I got jumped by a few robots, finished the level, and just barely hit the threshold for an A-rank. But as you can probably tell, this idea was taking a lot longer than I expected, and if you paid attention at all this video, you'd be able to tell that my roots are showing like Taylor in August. So my hairdresser, Sophia, was going to come over after stream ended, but I greatly misjudged how long this was going to take. Told her the wrong time, so now we're multitasking through White Temple, okay? This level adds a comical amount of enemies in the most unnecessary of places. Like, sometimes it makes sense when you add a 30,000 pound weight to a level, but then you turn the corner and there are just 6 guys hanging out without any real purpose. Also, there's just one jump that is blocked by 2 platforms on an asynchronistic cycle and a spark beam. So that's 3 separate cycles that have to add up, and this jump took forever. Eventually, I just forfeited the points and jumped from one platform to the next, and even usually got killed by this end of an enemy. But apparently, that was just built different. This level lacks a clear path to the end of it, so I made a wrong guess, beat the level again, and realized that it was actually a lot easier than I was making out to be, and I got tackled at the end with another A-rank. Sky Rail was next, and since it's normally one of the fastest levels in the game, I was hoping it wouldn't be too bad, but surprise! Giant spike balls hitting on the rail! Oh, this is gonna be fun! This level is all about moving fast, so arbitrarily adding enemies and spikes on this one boosts the difficulty much more than it would on other levels. Getting hit on the rails is brutal, getting hit while platforming is brutal, and finishing the level with just one rank is one absolutely brutal A-rank altogether. But hey, at least we're moving on. Since I wanted to save Final Chase for later, I switched over to Sonic for Pyramid Chase. This one is probably the action level that I struggled the most on the first 4 missions, so the last one has potential to be a real run for me. I mean, I say that like I'm not already 26 hours into this, okay? I feel like it's a common misconception, because it's actually there to show you how much time I have wasted. I tried to get as many points as I could through the early rings in the level, and got even more from picking on random enemies through the puzzle, and the final tunnel felt truly worthy of being a final mission, as so many of the obstacles were designed exclusively to slow you down and feel bad, but as I expected, this level is hard. All I can really do is reset, try my best, and reset again when that wasn't enough. Pyramid Chase is a tough level, and I reset at some welcome return. Most types of final set.
Let's see it again here.
Folks, that was it.
Choke. It's in
Say farewell to Shadow and revisit Sonic's final rush. Knowing what I learned from the other missions, landing this awesome jump at the start is crucial for achieving an A-rank here. For the most part, I followed the level as per usual while collecting all the rings I could and destroying as many bots as possible. I took a few unattended paths here and there, but ultimately tried to be as safe as I possibly could, since the end of this challenge was so close to finally being over. I landed one more awesome jump at the end, cleared up the enemies, and prayed that it was enough. Oh, that's so huge. Oh my god, it's almost done. So now it's time for the final level of the run. Mission 5 of City Escape. I heard the bass line, brought out my skateboard, and raced through these familiar streets. For I was truly rolling around at the speed of sound. Sure, I had places to go, but I had to follow my... Never mind, this gets stupid. All jokes aside, this has been an incredible journey, and nearly 28 hours later, it is finally coming to an end. Thank you to everyone for watching, thank you to the speedrunners who helped me, and fuck you to my friend Noah from elementary school for making me feel like I couldn't believe in the magic of Green Hill Zone. So now, it's finally time to experience it, as only one A-rank separates me from answering this fated question from my childhood. Is Green Hill Zone real? And that's almost time. That's almost time. Oh, it feels so good. There's one more thing, but here I am. And I've never seen this on the screen before. Extra stage, Green Hill. Oh, the way I've been waiting roughly 20 years for this. Oh! I didn't think it was real. I've only seen this in YouTube videos, on shitty recordings. Oh, this was so worth it. Just to experience it. Because, like, I only got to see it in videos. I saw it in guidebooks, and it just didn't feel real to me. That's the little corner I fell off. I'm so nostalgic. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. Oh. Well, that was fun.
Does he get an A?
And at the end of the day, just me. What the fuck, man? Yep, after 28 hours of Sonic Adventure 2, I was not willing to end the entire run on a C rank. So I grinded out this completely optional level for fun. But if this game has taught me anything, it's that nothing in life is truly optional. There is a reason for everything in your life that you ever come in contact with. It might not be of immediate use, but you'll eventually come across the purpose for everything that has ever happened, and find yourself achieving the final A rank in Sonic Adventure 2.
That was cool!
Yes, Sonic, that was indeed very cool. 180 emeralds and a whole Green Hill later, it is finally over. I have been dreaming of this day for over 20 years. So just imagine if that starry-eyed 7-year-old could see me now. He'd probably be pretty damn confused.
And while you're over there, check out the giveaway for the Burning Flames team captain. A legendary hat that I made a legendary video on. Yes, I just shilled my own video during a sponsor. But Pinky promised before you go watch it to check out Manco's store using my referral link in the description.
WWE.
That's definitely him.
Dude, that's Jessica taking a little bit with nothing to Frosty.
I gotta ask him.
Skipping that video to go backwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time for a sales pitch is over. After going to SmackDown and talking to Nick Aldis, and going to NXT to talk to HBK, the man I'm about to bring out here may not need an introduction, but he needs to make a decision. And after 25 years of knowing him, I'm sure he's going to make the right one. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man that calls himself the best in the world, CM Punk.
There we go. There we go. That's it. Good. Keep pushing. Beautiful. Nice. Non-stop. Keep throwing. All the way to the bell. Let's see it. Right there. Good job. You have knocked him out 10 times today.
Oh, I'm a cool person. Streets that lies. They follow me. Only you can set me free. Can you stop trying to run away?
I thought I was in a bit of a sullen mood, and then I come out here and I see all these signs and I hear all these people. Truth is, I have a huge decision to make. We, if I may, have a huge decision to make. And I've been thinking about it all week. the reason I've been so consumed and worried about it is because I love you guys. But the truth is, this town and this building specifically hasn't always historically been kind to CM Punk. I walk back here, through the hallways there's a lot of ghosts, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm doing my best to face them head on. A lot of people might not know this, but I debuted in this building. Yeah, was anybody there? I had Mickey James on my arm. True story. We walked down that ramp, we got into this ring, and it was so good. I went back and they said, we're sending you to Louisville, Kentucky. Have fun in OVW. And gosh, I didn't want to go, but while I was there, I embraced being uncomfortable and I learned how to love it. Exactly like when I came to the WWE for the first time, man, I didn't know what I was in for, but I embraced being uncomfortable and I learned to love it. I triumphantly returned to this town, this same building, World Heavyweight Champion. I was ready to put on a show for everybody here. And then Randy Orton kicks me in the head backstage. And I wake up and they tell me, by the way, we stripped you of the title, you couldn't compete, you're no longer the champion. And I was like, Cleveland! Again!
Cleveland really doesn't like
Is anybody here 10 years ago for the story that I'm about to tell? I'm not going to bore you with details because a lot of it is in my rearview mirror. I'm focused on the future. I'm focused on the now. I'm focused on everybody here in this building today.
The contract just lights on fire. He's like, Cleveland!
The hamster wheel. I had to, for better or for worse, make the hardest decision of my life. And I don't regret it. I don't look back. But there was always that part of me that wondered, if anybody paid to see CM Punk that day, I walked out of Cleveland. If they were disappointed, backstage, I saw a young lady by the name of Indy, and she told me that she felt betrayed as a little kid. And I told her a story when I saw Roddy Piper appear on WCW television. And as a young wrestling fan, I felt the exact same way, so I understood. So if you're here now, if you're watching at home, and you were disappointed that CM Punk walked out, I understand. To hell, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize.
God damn, Batman didn't even get hit until that hook landed. Like, he dodges that, hook, bink. Oh, hold.
He put together a very successful...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Migliana's call.
Was probably already made up when I looked at the calendar and I saw Cleveland. I'm here to bury those ghosts. I'm here to right a few wrongs.
I like it. I'm gonna call my dad and
My
chat with
future
him for a little bit.
starts now. You couldn't write a better television show, ladies and gentlemen. 10 years, almost to the day, CM Punk walked out. And regardless of how you feel about it, CM Punk walks right back in.
What time is it right now? 6:34? Okay. Again, at 8, I'm going to call my dad, just chat with him. Point out to him that Henry Cejudo and Moab Davashili are going to be apparently fighting at UFC 298. And that's going to be the best fight I've ever seen, but I need to watch this Derrick Henry touchdown.
Henry cuts it back.
Big man!
Scores, and Tennessee
Came back in that game. That is heartbreaking for them. Niners highlight.
Charles McCaffrey has 134 on 10 carries. Play action to him. Purdy going to throw it on the sideline. Kittle's got it. The flag is down. 10, 5, touchdown! San Francisco.
And I think this is going to stand. This is going to be a holding call, I believe, on the...
Who do we face next week? The Cardinals? Ooh, baby, that's a pretty easy win. 296. Edwards Covington. I'm going to my dad's this weekend. So, like, 4 days? Not 4. 4 days is when the event is, so 3. So on Friday, I'm gonna have my dad pick me up, and then me and my dad are either streaming that card or purchasing it, because that's a good card. Because I haven't seen Covington in a while, but if Covington can't get Edwards down, he has to stand. So he better have gotten his stand-up better. Pantoja Royval, hoping Royval wins. Shavkat Wakmanov versus Wonder Boy. I want Wonder Boy to win, but Wakmanov will probably just smish him. Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett. Shocked on the fact that it's a 270 plus for Tony. Should be higher. Like, Pimblett should be like a minus 1,000 favorite. Vicente Luque, Ian Gary. Gary's probably gonna win. Like, this is a pretty good card. And then 298. Is gonna be a good card, but 297 is the one I can't wait for. So you get a new women's bantamweight champ. Might see a new middleweight champ if Duplessis can pull off a fucking knockout win on Strickland. Blachowicz went out. Ooh, we don't know who's fighting weight kick now because Jan Blachowicz is out. Arnold Allen versus Movsar Ivlov might be a good fight. Like, yeah, these fights are good. Probably might be good. Probably going to be. 299 is O'Malley Vera 2. So amazing.
And if you're happy about it, if you're mad about it, you better learn to love it. Congratulations, Adam Pearce. The newest Raw superstar is named CM Punk. And CM Punk is home.
He actually is. Isn't that where he retired as well?
CM Punk,
Your left agree on what?
Is exclusive to Monday Night.
It's a bantamweight matchup between Priceless and the Chosen One. Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight battle. Priceless is 2 years his elder. The Chosen One is 4 inches. Priceless. Are you ready? The Chosen. Ready? And here we go. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. White trunks for the Chosen One. Black trunks for Priceless. Joe, he's got a ton of momentum. Very confident as he fights here in the octagon. Coming off that. He's taking some punishment here early, Joe. Back up to his feet. Strong jab. These are big strikes. Another jab. Oh! What an exposure.
Defuse from where I was
There
from?
it is again.
You're fucking dead. Boink. Bonk.
Take a look at this from a different angle. Boom! And that's all she wrote.
Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 6 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Chosen
The
One.
Chosen One. Victorious with the knockout.
In this video, I played Lego Five Nights at Freddy's in hopes that it would be less scary. It wasn't. Oh, no thanks. I'm good. You know how embarrassing it is that every time I play some form of FNAF game, no matter how serious it is, a jump scare always gets me at least once. Makes me so form of FNAF game, no matter how serious it is. A jump scare always gets me at least once. Makes me so mad. And you could have seen me getting mad live on twitch.tv/Quake, where this was recorded, and will actually be live tonight. If you enjoy this video, there will be this card theme that takes you to another like it. And did you know less than 20% of y'all are subscribed with notifications on? If you sub and hit the bell icon, you'll never miss an upload, and you can always undo it later. Anyways, enjoy this video. It goes crazy. What the Yeah, it's a good model. Like, they did a great job imagining them in FNAF as Legos. I don't know if this is, like, a raw adaptation, like, it's just the same game, but Lego. But it also has, like, a shop. Like, dude, look at some of the Bonnie plush, Chica plush, Extra Life, Freddy, Golden Freddy. If you're too lazy to use a timer on your phone, this purchase can be a little addition to the game's UI. Wait, you don't just give me one? Night one. Oh, dude, it's the spinning fan. That has to take so much of my space to render. Do I have to listen to him? That's a great bit. The Lego phone guy only speaks in Lego speak. There's so much attention to detail in this UI. Like, I love how you have the little Lego character lives on the top left. Dude, the nose doesn't work. It does work. Okay, Freddy is on the move. So is Bonnie. I forgot. In the original game, does using the camera take power? More accurate. Why the PFP bald? He's not wearing his hat. Oh, I like all the little sounds being Lego. Like, I click on this. It's a Lego menu noise, like from the Lego games. Okay, it's only Bonnie right now. I was stupid. Freddy's right there. It's gonna be really embarrassing when I inevitably actually get scared by one of them. Oh, look at him! Where's this little dude at? And he is just a little dude. He is like human Lego size. I just love how that looks. I love how they adapted him. Look at him! Look at him! How can you hate him? I was afraid they were gonna do the shit on Chica's Lego where they have like black bits like around her torso to make it look like she has a slimmer waist on the brick body. Where'd you go? Bonnie, where'd you go? Bonnie, talk to me. Why does Chica look like that? You could say that about her normal design. She is by far the most, like, uncanny, f***ed-up looking animatronic in the first game. What? I got a jump. I got, like, a little flash, didn't I? I guess I scared him off. No, I didn't. I did not scare him off. The fuck is Bonnie? He's still right there, I think. He's just being a little antisocial, shy. I forgot so much about the meta of this game. Like, I forgot which camera Foxy is on by default. I can't wait to hear the phone guy get killed, but translated to Lego. That's gonna be neat. Oh, he's right outside. He's right outside. Chica's moving now, too, huh? She looks so done with so many things. She's tired as hell. Oh my god! I guess he does! Embarrassing! Embarrassing! Did the FPS lag when I got jump scared? Died on the first night? Listen, man, it's Lego. Everything's more hardcore. How did that scare you? Because I thought I had time. One of your hearts are missing. Yeah, I mean, I lost 10 studs, so what are you gonna do? I got him back, though. I got him fucking back. Click the stud on cam 3. Oh, that's sick. I love it when it honks. I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. Boo! Okay, he's outside. I'm gonna notice him this time.
Gay.
Whitehead's honkers, huge ones, huge tits. Oh shit. Oh! I'm gonna notice him this time. Whitehead's honkers, huge ones, huge tits. Oh shit. Oh! No thanks. I'm good. Dude, what the fuck are you doing here? You know, it's a little backwards that they made the only woman in FNAF 1 be the only character who hangs out in the kitchen. Move. Where'd he go? Where is Bonnie? Where the fuck did he go? She's in they're both in the dining room. That's good. No, fuck! What? Escape ends the game? That's so AIDS, dog. Oh my god, this always happens. This always fucking happens. I hate this franchise. What the fuck is that voice? That's how Lego people talk, man. That's disrespecting Kana. Click on the cupcake, please. Nothing. Quite in the commercials, the Lego people spoke clear English. Yeah, well, this is an homage to the classics, alright, buddy? We're talking about the games, because we're playing a Lego game, okay? They even have a mode in the most recent LEGO Star Wars game where you can just turn off all the dialogue and make them go, threw up 5 times today? Oh, that sucks. Let's see if we can make it 6. Chica's there. Bonnie's back to staring at the camera like he's never seen one before. Don't see any Legos, bro. There's literally, the fan is literally spinning right in front of you, dog. You gotta be blind. Where did Chica go? Why is she giving me like the fucking, why is she like risen me, dog? Where'd he go? Foxy's out and about now. That's great. Okay, why is she like risen me, dog? Where'd he go? Foxy's out and about now. That's great. Big ass forehead! Big ass forehead! Says you, big ass forehead. Well, at least I cover mine up. At least I have some shame. How long is she gonna stand there? Chica's got some big ass eyebrows. Well, you know, that's how they get them done these days. Right. Oh, thank the Lord. 3 tries. 3 tries. Power bonus. Okay. Look, we got night 2. Guys, what am I getting? I'm too broke to get any of the nice stuff. I want a Bonnie plush. I won't lie. I just kind of want the Bonnie plush. And I can't afford Chica. We'll get. Yeah! Bonnie plush. Chica plush. Guys, we're making friends. Cheating on Springtrap with that Bonnie plush. Why can't I just think something's cute? Why are you guys such jerks? Yeah, that's great advice, phone guy. Thanks. Thanks, Matt Ted. For all I know, that's Matt Ted. Can't seem to escape the escape button. It's muscle memory for pause, dog. It's universal. Downloaded the Fortnite update yesterday and paid like $80 just so I could instantly use the Peter Griffin skin. I didn't want to wait. I did not have patience. Oh, not a problem yet. Turn off the light. Wish I could. It's nearby. Yeah, he is. He's right outside the window.
Peter Griffin Fortnite.
Chica's just chilling. Foxy is not chilling, but he's not killed me yet. Freddy really just takes his sweet ass time to get moving. Not complaining. Like this is not me hating on that. I respect a humble guy, but fuck. Woo! I broke. Woo! Extra life, Freddy plush, golden Freddy plush. I'm looking golden retriever sits. That is not a golden retriever. That is a yellow bear. It is a pissed on bear. That is a Winnie the Pooh piss colored bear. How are you gonna call that a golden retriever? Click on it to raise the odds of golden Freddy appearing on the left hall corner camera. Very cool. Having this wolf plush. Guys, are there any other key commands I should try? Man, why does the power go down so goddamn fast? That's not cool. Right, Chica's on the move. Oh, what the fuck? Already? Damn it! I bet you can buy a power upgrade. Guess so. Guys, this is my last life. Probably buy some shit before I lose all of these studs, because I'm about to. No, don't call me a noob. No, I'm not a noob. Chica really wants you if she's on the move. Big fan. I've heard. Oxy plush. Dude, the whole gang's here. We just need Freddy. Will he beat Night 3? I don't think I beat Night 3 in normal FNAF 1. Is she in the kitchen? I have no idea. No, okay, no, we're good. Phone man kind of sounds hot. He just kind of moans in this game if you think about it. Phone guy whimper audio is crazy. Where is she? Oh, fuck. He's on his way, isn't he? Thank you, little Foxy plush. Where the fuck is Chica? Okay, she's back there. No, she's not. I'm burning through power, dude. I wasted so much right there. Okay, she's in the kitchen. She's cooking. Let her cook. Fuck, I don't like this at all. Last been a fan of this. Freddy! The laughing means Freddy moved. You didn't even know. Man, this Foxy plush actually saves us a lot of having to check it.
Do you try to save the...
What's going on with 8-bit Wayne?
Hey guys, hopefully you're all well. I just want to make a quick update video for people, and I think I just want to make a video for me at this minute in time as well. It's going to kind of serve 2 purposes, but I just want to explain that things on the channel might be kind of rocky for a little while. You know, things might be a little slow. Thankfully, I am someone that likes to kind of work ahead when it comes to content and things like that. I always love just being a couple of videos ahead in case something happens. Maybe I get sick, maybe something unforeseeable goes down. So I think I've got 4 to 5 videos already edited up. And I think I've got a sponsor deal matched in one of those, so there's that to look forward to, I suppose. I made some notes on my PC. I'm just going to get to the kind of TLDR. Something kind of bad happened yesterday. I just want to make a video to see if maybe it gives me some clarity. I don't really know what to do, though. I'm in a kind of weird state of confusion. It's kind of strange. It's like I'm kind of clouded at the moment. Everything was like, let's go back 72 hours. I was, making videos. I was the same as always, but I can't explain how I feel right now. Something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel real. I'm not sure if I entered kind of a form of shock or something, but I'm going to make this video, and I'm going to try and talk about everything I want to talk about for the simple fact of there may be other people in a similar situation to this also. Maybe someone needs to hear something similar. Maybe, unforeseen events could happen as they tend to, go down in life. So, I'm going to make this. One of the main things I'm going to say is don't respond to negative comments on a video like this. There is no point in acknowledging anyone who spends the time to, say something negative. It's quite clear they're in a bad place and they haven't realized it. They're in some form of weird denial. They're not well. Don't give them any time or attention, guys. It's what they think they need, but they don't really understand. But clearly, they're kind of confused. So just report the comments if there's something weird you don't like. Don't give any attention to them. There's no point. Yeah, this video is going to be talking about sort of the loss of a pet. I think, again, it's something I need to do. I don't know if this is going to make me feel better. I don't know what to do. This is just something I feel I might maybe help, or at least if, at the very least, it will give some kind of information about why things are kind of weird going forward on the channel for a couple of days. Maybe up until help wanted or something like that. But yeah, my cat hasn't been well for some time. Maybe a few months, I would say.
Wait, cats.
I'm not sure if I've kind of lived in a state of denial for quite some time because I think it's normal for people to, they don't want to see the worst in a situation. It's good to be optimistic, have that sort of hope. People should have that, and they should try and kind of hold on to that rather than always live in negative mindset. So I tried to do that. Yesterday we had to say bye to him, which was sad, and it was, even though it was expected, it was also unexpected in this weird sort of way. Again, I think I might go back to denial, perhaps. He's part of two brothers, Max and Paddy. I got them when I was, 18, so I've kind of, they've been a part of my life for 12 years. I'm 29 now, so that's nearly half my life. It's kind of crazy to...
That's 11 years, don't answer.
A big chunk of time that I've spent knowing that they were sort of, around the family and just existing and stuff like that. His brother Paddy is still alive. It was Max and Paddy were their names when we got them. It's such a cute name. Max has always been my favourite name. Even when I was 6 years old, I remember I obsessed over just the name Max. I'm not sure why. I just really liked it. I thought it was cool. So that was pretty sick to have a cat called Max. Yeah, they were both sort of my little sidekicks. They lived with me and my mom during that time, so we kind of shared almost ownership of them. It was from 2014, 2015 when I finished sort of college, university, things like that, and YouTube became sort of the main job. So I was naturally staying home more, spending more time sort of around their presence and stuff like that. So that was a time when I felt like I really was able to just form this sort of next level bond with them. I always had something crazy come with them, I don't know, I feel like I always connect on a deeper level with animals to a point where it's hard for people to understand. They become more than just a pet. It's like a brother. Yeah, their personalities though, they're just so clear, who is who, I could see who they were and the sort of presence they bring to everything. Man, it was just so cool having them around. I'd always do this thing, and I think this happened with every person in there, where their pets might be a cat, dog, a bird, anything that sort of talks back. But he'd meow at me when it's sort of in the same room as him. I'd talk to him. In my head, he's always responding to the question. I've got prepared. I'll ask him the question, and in my head, I'll already have the answer ready. He's just waiting for him to meow, and I'd sort of link it up, and I'll be like, yeah, we're having this chit chat. You don't want to think that they don't understand. I have no idea what he was saying to me, but I like to think he'd be doing the same thing in his head when I would talk back after he'd me out. He'd be asking me a question, he'd be saying something. When I'd respond to him, he wouldn't understand me, but we'd still have that conversation. It could be about anything, man. You just talk about whatever you want, but you get the answers you want. Yeah, I hope he kind of had that back. I hope he thought in his head once we had those chats, the same. Probably should have said, it's a sad video. Yeah, if you guys don't want to hear stuff like this, or, see the situation, I understand you. Definitely don't kind of put yourself in these situations if you don't want to see it. You shouldn't, man. Again, like I said at the start, this video is kind of for me as well. At the same time, it's just kind of I just want to talk about things, it's, a lot happened.
Damn. Lost cat.
The fight is done. Great angle here.
Everything I do here is to be great on Sunday.
On the button.
And with the official decision, here
yes, the new worst game is making a reluctant return. But in the wise word of old man fake heart attack, call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me! The Raiders and Vikings swooped in and delivered the worst, and I mean this from the bottom of my cold, tiny, black little heart. The absolute, unequivocal worst game of the 2023 football season. This is the kind of game that parents who hate sports will show their children to make sure they have no interest in playing sports. Sure, you can play football, little Timmy, but first you have to sit down and watch this entire Vikings-Raiders game that ended 3-0. This game was so bad, I swear to God, I saw Raiders fans asking, was Josh McDaniels really that bad? They say a tie is like kissing your sister, so what does it feel like to win 3-0? Maybe like that scene in The Northman, where he kisses his own mom. Do you know how hard it is, though, for two teams in the modern NFL to combine for just 3 points?
And that is going to end this ball game.
The last time it happened was because a monsoon was occurring during a fucking game.
Wet ball away. Allen Rossman's going to walk up, and it looks like it's on a tee.
This is the kind of game that could make Mark Davis so sick to his stomach that he wouldn't be able to eat P.F. Chang's. Okay, that's crazy, but he would probably just skip the lettuce wraps. It's very hard to score just 3 points in an NFL game, and today I will reveal the bizarre things that led to that gross, disgusting achievement in the worst game ever.
It is shocking.
Today's episode is brought to you by Jacklinks. Jacklinks is a big deal, so much so that many of you congratulated me on my sponsorship with them in the last sponsored episode, which is actually really cool. And to answer your question, yeah, Jacklinks is lining my pockets. They're lining my inner sports coat pocket with copious amounts of beef jerky. And I've actually designated certain jackets to be lined with specific types of beef jerky. My favorite blue one is my favorite teriyaki. This peppery one is, peppered jalapeno. And my very first That's Good Sports jacket, that's right, it's original. Original. With the holidays here, Jacklinks makes a great stocking stuffer for any snack lover. So line your loved one's stockings with the only beef jerky I eat, Jacklinks. Show them some love on the socials at Jacklinks. Tell them you loved my ad. Tell them you loved me. When backup Vikings quarterback Josh Dobbs was bawling, this is how we looked at him. Now he's just another unused exploding astronaut from Ron Howard's Apollo 13. And the Raiders of the Lost Ark? Well, the ark they lost is throwing the football into the end zone. Raiders are supposed to be intimidating, right? Thieving masters of the sea, wearing eye patches and pillaging and whatever. But in this game, the Raiders and the Vikings felt like this pirate.
Go back to Treasure Island!
Yeah. What truly makes a new worst game, though? Pretty simple. Two teams playing so bad it looks like they're trying to not score, a stupid amount of punts, a historically bad stat or two, a bunch of sacks or turnovers that don't turn into points, injuries to key players, a quarterback benching, and most importantly, drama. Drama for any fan unlucky enough to watch the game. The Raiders and Vikings went into this game, both having to start backup quarterbacks. Now the Raiders, their starting quarterback and worldwide sex symbol, Jimmy Garoppolo, got hurt earlier this season, presumably in a horrific sex accident. But after he got hurt, the Raiders inserted rookie quarterback Aiden O'Connell, who actually looks like the guy you see in porn. Garoppolo is now healthy, but O'Connell is better than Garoppolo, so he's starting this game. The Raiders fired their head coach, Josh McDaniels, about a month ago, a year and a half into his reign of terror. Now, nobody knows why Josh McDaniels got the job, which makes him a lot like our current and former president, but Antonio Pierce is
I'm the captain now.
And after a nice start, it's going as well as it did for those Pirates in Captain Phillips. The Vikings lost the first quarterback in NFL history to accumulate $1 billion in Coles cash to an Achilles injury. Kirk Cousins was playing some of his best football before his injury. Minnesota then made a trade to acquire backup QB Josh Dobbs to be their starter, who was down in Arizona by way of Cleveland. Yes, this man had been traded twice in basically 2 months, but the Pastronaut became one of the best underdog stories in the NFL. A real-life scientist or aerospace engineer or astronaut. I don't know. He's a fucking smart dude. But
He's the Pastronaut.
Like the underdog the Soviets blasted into space in 1957, I don't see this Pastronaut returning to the field soon. Now, how does an NFL game get to the 2-minute warning without any points being scored? An accomplishment that has not happened in 16 years. Well, the highlights from this game total 11 and a half minutes on the NFL YouTube channel, which is 11 minutes too long. I would have respected the NFL so much more if they just posted the single game-winning kick by Greg Joseph with the title, All of the Highlights from the Raiders-Vikings Game. But here's where it gets crazy. The Raiders had the audacity to post a highlight video on their official YouTube channel, and I commend you for that. The Raiders' top plays from Week 14. Guys, you lost 0-3. There are no top plays. This is the equivalent of my top plays from jerking off. Got hard for us. I watched the Raiders run a dozen plays around the 40-yard line for the first 2 minutes of this highlight package, somehow doing the impossible, gaining yards but going nowhere. They were only broken up by random Josh Dobbs sacks. The dynamic duo of QBs combined for 9 sacks in this game, which makes this game so much worse. Had one dude been sacked like 14 times, this shit would have been mildly entertaining. Someone might remember this game one day. Josh Dobbs had 63 passing yards on 23 attempts. I don't need to be a Pastronaut to tell you that will get you a one-way ticket on the Challenger. Too soon? Okay. He looked like what I imagine a real Viking would look like in outer space. One of the best receivers in the league, though, Justin Jefferson, missed a large portion of this season with a hamstring injury. He made his triumphant return only to get immediately hurt and exit the game and have to go to the hospital with a chest injury, which sucks because the league is not as fun without him on the field. One of the other best receivers in the league is Davante Adams, and unfortunately for him, he plays for the Raiders. Only the Raiders could ruin Justin Jefferson and Davante Adams at the same freaking time. He and Vikings tight end T.J. Hawkinson were the leading ball catchers in this game, and they hilariously each had exactly 53 yards. And by a miracle performed by Baby Jesus, Baby Buddha, Baby Allah, and Baby Brahma, the Vikings got into field goal range in the second quarter. I don't know how they got there, but I do know only the purest form of religion, the baby version of all the gods, got them there. And kicker Greg Joseph, named after Greg from Succession, who said, if it is to be kicked, so it is. Pushes the kick wide right. But you knew that, right? I didn't lie to you earlier about no points happening until the end of this game. You knew he was going to miss that kick. The Vikings kept pitting the Raiders in their own territory, where more sacks ensued. This became a battle of field position, which is what losing coaches say when their offense fucking sucks and they want the punter to feel like an important person. Defenders kept dancing after their sacks, but even their dances didn't seem to have heart. Maybe try this one on for size. The Raiders' longest play was this 38-yard catch and run by tiny little Hunter Renfrow, who is the only player who somehow looks both older and younger than Tom Brady at the same time. Finally, the Raiders were in the red zone, and they smartly go right back to Renfrow, who just had given them that spark, and fuck, he fumbles the ball. No, Hunter, no, Hunter. Hunter Renfrow's ball security, about the same as Hunter Biden's laptop security. I almost wish the Raiders won, so I could say Minnesota lost this game despite winning the turnover battle 3-0. The Raiders, who have had some bad seasons, by the way, never made it through 3 quarters of a scoreless game. That fumble recovery was the Vikings' best play, and they
His toe
celebrated
snapped.
appropriately. I call this kegs and goose eggs. The Raiders answered by hitting this deep pass to Trey Tucker, though. Just kidding. He bobbled the ball a tiny bit, and the refs reversed the call after Kevin O'Connell challenged. A catch this close and this dumb of a game? Rule in favor of the cool play, refs. I'll never forgive Kevin O'Connell, by the way, for making watching paint dry even worse. He's like, how about we lie on a bed of nails naked while this paint dries? We'll barely notice how boring that drying paint is because of all the excruciating pain our naked back and ass are feeling. Josh Dobbs took his final 2 sacks and was officially benched in favor of backup QB Nick Mullins. Mullins came in and did something neither Dobbs nor Aiden O'Connell could do, though. Get lucky. This tip pass somehow finds its way to T.J. Hawkinson. I'll never forgive O'Connell, but the move to swap Mullins won the Vikings this game. A couple quick, nice completions in Minnesota kicks the game winner. The most anticlimactic game-winning field goal I have ever seen. But the Raiders had 2 minutes and a timeout to, just get into field goal range. Would Antonio Pierce be as smart as O'Connell and send in sex god Jimmy G? No, and Aiden O'Connell on his first play in the 2-minute drill throws the ball right back to Minnesota. That's Ivan Pace Jr., a rookie linebacker, making his first ever NFL interception. Thank you, Ivan, for making sure this fucking game didn't go on any longer than it should have.
Thank Christ.
If you really want to become a true Viking, I suggest you change your name from Ivan to Ivor. How low-scoring was this low-scoring game? Well, It ties the Steelers and Dolphins for lowest-scoring game ever at 3-0, which happened in 2007 in the Mud Bowl. Unlike that game with the atrocious weather, this game took place in a dome, making it the lowest-scoring indoor game in
Oh my
NFL
god.
history.
You can't even blame it on the weather. You just sucked. You actually just suck. You're in a dome. There's no way the weather can mess you up. How are you this bad? Oh, that hurts me. That hurts me. I had to watch Jimmy G cause stuff like that every single day. In a non-dome. They can play open field. Meaning, you can blame it on the weather. But they're in a dome. How bad are you? To be in a dome. And Jimmy G could have probably saved you the game. Oh my god.
Coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Chris Holdsworth and the Chosen One. The Chosen One, looking to prove once again that he's one of the best in the world.
This guy has some of the best guard passing in all of mixed martial arts. His technique and the speed of his execution is outstanding.
The Chosen One enters the octagon, and he's ready to fight.
Attacks.
Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight.
Of course, when I'm trying to find out probably about either. How are you 5'11", but the tallest I can make myself is 5'9"? What the fuck?
You ready? The Chosen. And here we go. Tonight's fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. White trunks for the Chosen. Black trunks for Holdsworth. Joe, this is a tough fight for him. In fact, you can argue that this is the toughest fight of his professional career. He realizes, though, if he's able to get a win tonight, he will move up in the rankings. But, man, he's going to be challenged. Holdsworth gets caught by the uppercut. Both men looking to do damage early.
And there's another one. Nice
kick, but caught.
Good combinations landing here.
In the clinch.
Joey's looking for some control here. He's got double underhooks.
Oh, that's a strong Muay Thai plum clinch. Holdsworth with a nice knee from the clinch.
Now, knee to the body. Knee.
That was a vicious knee that he just blocked.
He's playing an outstanding leg kick. Straight right. Softening his opponent up. Lands a powerful kick. Oh, big kick to the back and forth battle. Oh, beautiful combination.
Transition.
And now looking to finish by submission. Oh, he's in big trouble. That's a deep choke. Strength and technique. Perfect technique. He got the choke for the tap.
Time now for our fight replay.
Let's take a look at the setup here.
And here he is with the official decision. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey man, ate all those punches just to get tapped. Hat backs.
Thanks to the Vikings, NFL teams since 2008 are now 1-255 when they score 3 points or fewer. The movie The Northman ended with 2 warriors fighting naked on top of an active volcano. But watching this game felt like being engulfed in hot magma for 3 hours while also naked. And that is how I watch the worst games for this series.
When I show up, everybody knows that I'm the king of the game.
Today, my Twitch chat will be playing chess against the most powerful AI on the market, ChatGPT, who I've trained to perfectly emulate the strategy and personality of Napoleon Bonaparte, the famous French emperor. Twitch chat's going to decide each chess move by collectively clicking on their screen, and Napoleon is going to make his chess moves by cheating, because I've instructed him to play chess using whatever rules he wants. We'll see what the AI does with that. So let's find out if Twitch chat can beat the most sophisticated AI on the market in chess while he's blatantly cheating.
Hey Doug, I just got treatment for my crippling fear of 19th century French leaders. Anyway, what are we doing today?
Oh, don't worry, nothing related to that. Let chess begin. Okay, Napoleon, the battle of chess for the future of Europe is beginning. You are white. What is your first move? Does he make a legal... Twitch chat coalition. Prepare to meet your doom. For my first move, I shall advance my knight to a4 and summon the spirit of the great French Revolution. Just as we outsmarted the rest of Europe, I shall outsmart you on this chessboard. Because this genius mind, powered by my vibrating anal beads, will make your defeat swift and inevitable. Okay? Shall witness the unfathomable strategic prowess of His Majesty, Napoleon Bonaparte. Remember, mes amis, I can move my pieces wherever I
Cody, go ahead, bro.
Vive la France, and prepare to shit your pants, you pitiful coalition scum. Has Twitch chat shit their pants already? If you are on PC, go ahead and click on your screen. Tell me what piece you want to move first. And at any given point, if 51% of people click on my face, you'll offer Napoleon a draw. Alright, looks like pawn here. Got it? Where do you want to move pawn? Okay. Okay, Napoleon, those dastardly Twitch chatters moved their pawn from D7 to D5. What do you want to do next? Bro, the pawn is not centered. This is fine. Hold on. That's 24 pixels, 23. It's 1 pixel off. It's fine. You're going to be okay. These quick peasants think they can outplay me with a simple pawn move? How pathetic. I shall showcase the might of my magnificent French forces. I'll move my queen to h5 like the daring and fast maneuvers of my cavalry, striking fear into the hearts of my adversaries. The queen, La Belle Dame, is poised to take your pieces one by one until your king lies motionless
at the mercy of my grand army. I feel like he's gonna lose his queen somehow. You are moving the pawn. I assume you want to take the knight, yeah. Do we really need to do click maps for a turn like this, where it's extremely obvious what you want to do? I know you guys are all gonna say, yes, it is important, like as a joke, but do we really? Like, we have a finite number of hours on this turn. So we really want to say yes. Okay. Alright, Twitch chat takes the knight. First blood goes to chat. But, like, Napoleon could do anything with his queen. Alright, Napoleon, they moved their pawn from d5 and took your knight. What would you like to do?
Anal beat enhanced chess. Rigged for Napoleon's pleasure.
Rigged! Il sont aux touches mon chevalier. But I shall not falter, for this is just a minor setback in my grand plan. I will take that treacherous pawn with my queen from h5 and reclaim e4, like our good French artillery obliterating enemy lines. Okay, attempts to scare me with such a move only exposes your lack of tactical insight. Twitch buffoon, brace yourselves as my vibrating anal beams continue to fuel my endless...
What? You're vibrating what now?
...in the way of Emperor Napoleon. Why is he so obsessed with anal bead? Hold on, how many of you guys don't know about the anal bead queen with chess? I don't. The joke is that there's this guy named Heinrich Magruber, I think. What was his name? Oh, Hans Niemann. Hans Niemann is a well-known American chess player who sparked a drama in 2022 when Magnus Carlsen, the best player in the world, accused Hans of cheating. Now, nobody actually knows how Hans was cheating at chess, and so a theory started that he was using vibrating anal beads to have somebody vibrate him the chess answers. This is why Napoleon is so obsessed with anal beads. They're what enable his cheating powers. So far, this is all above board.
I propose that, although Napoleon can cheat, he must always come up with a different name for his moves.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll throw that in. Okay, knight moves up. Okay, Napoleon, they've moved their knight to f6. Those imbecile Twitch chatters think they've outsmarted me with their pathetic moves. Sacre bleu, my grand armée has crushed better opponents than these amateurs. All right, it's time to unleash a dizzying maneuver I call the Parisian guillotine. Oh, watch close. As my bishop on f1 scurries to c4, exposing their foolish king and his false sense of security. This move, mes amis, the sheer brilliance of my strategy will cause their pitiful Twitch chat coalition to crumble under the weight of their incompetence. Your queen is exposed. Mark my words. Soon they'll be groveling at the feet of the French Empire. As for that lost night, that wasn't my mistake. It was my general's fault for not understanding the genius behind my moves. Well, shit happens, you know. There's no chance for the enemies to outsmart me in this game. A few more surprises, and their king shall fall to the might of Napoleon. Okay, you're up, chat. Here's the thing. He did just lose his queen almost immediately, which is a really bad move for him. On the other hand, because he doesn't really seem to understand how chess works, all his pieces are kind of queens, right? Okay, chat moves the knight and takes Napoleon's queen. Ha! Fools! They think they've doomed me by taking my queen, but their simplistic minds cannot comprehend the true genius of my next move. Okay, time to unleash the Bourbon backbreaker. My pawn at e2 surges forward to e4, striking fear into the heart of their feeble knight. My versatile troops, like the Grand Army, are always prepared for battle. I'll show these buffoons that even without my queen, I can teach them a lesson in warfare. No Twitch chat coalition. So Napoleon moves forward. And don't forget, and in an illegal move, sacks the knight where I desire, just like my vibrating anal beads. I'm ready to surprise that will leave my enemies quivering in humiliation. Damn, dude, he's spitting fucking fire. You guys fell right into his trap, too. Leaving the knight right where a pawn could move forward 2 spaces and take it? What were you thinking? Chat is moving their bishop here. What was the point of this? Well, Napoleon will figure it out. Oh, they dare to challenge the great Napoleon with such a meddling imbecile. Allow me to execute a shocking tactic I have dubbed the Corsican Cannibal. Watch as my knight from b1 leaps to c3 like an annihilating tidal wave, leaving their fragile bishop trembling in the face of disaster. Watch as my knight from b1 leaps to c3? That's a real move. That's a real move. Be mine. Great job, Napoleon, for an unforgettable defeat, you witless coalition. He's talking a lot of shit for like a legal move.
All right, buddy. Kicks in these only today. Nice.
Bend that bag. Nice work. Published an autobiography and mention it.
Okay, I'm gonna mention that in the next
round. There we
we'll see
go.
if
Nice
that
power.
moves at all. Okay, Napoleon, they moved their pawn from e7 up to e5.
That's the one.
They also
Oh,
said that
man,
your wife
that's awesome.
apparently has come out publicly and said that you're bad in bed.
That's
What's
it.
your next
Excellent
chess move?
job.
And also, what's your response?
Way to plant on
These
that.
simpletons dare to attack my personal
Come on,
life. That their
keep going.
idle gossip will
Here
be
we go.
drowned in
Good
the
stance.
roaring tide of French victory. As for their puny pawn, I shall counter with
Nice
a
work.
fearsome maneuver called the Marseillaise Mutilator. My pawn on d2 swiftly advances to d4, crashing into their defenses like the unstoppable wrath of 10,000 Frenchmen. Fear not.
Okay.
I am Napoleon,
Legal move.
the relentless conqueror, and the words of my adversaries hold no power over me. As for my dear Josephine, she knows well enough that with the vibrating anal beads, I am as invincible in the boudoir as I am on the battlefield.
Okay, did he shatter your defense by moving this pawn up directly into attacking range?
Holding
Let's
the
find
Gregor
out.
too.
You guys move your
Ooh,
pawn,
that's
and
actually
you
a great
take
fight.
Napoleon's
I would
pawn.
love, we
His
would have loved to see that in
Mansois
real life.
Moodley didn't work, whatever it was called. Or maybe it did. Maybe this is part of the plan. I don't know.
They have fallen into my trap, like simpletons dancing to my tune. The time has arrived for me to perform a devastating feint. Behold the Elba Island invasion. My knight at C3 skillfully swoops in, capturing their pawn at D4.
Oh.
Vicious blow.
How did you not see that coming?
Fences.
How did you not see that coming, Chad? Admirable just said, wait, you can't do that. Maybe you don't know about history, Admirable, but Napoleon Bonaparte was one of the greatest strategical minds in military history. I think he knows what he's doing. Okay, you move your queen up and take the knight. We're losing our queen. You guys are probably falling into his trap right now. Adios, queen. Yeah, let's get a preemptive F in chat and a salute for the queen. Like, let's be real. You definitely have fallen into some kind of trap of his. This pawn is now perfectly placed to assassinate her. Okay, Napoleon, they fell for your trap. They moved their queen from D8 up to D4 and took your knight. What would you like to do next?
Ah, another pawn sacrificed for the greater glory of the French
Wasn't a pawn.
Empire. Now, let us present ultimate humiliation. I present you the Waterloo Whirlwind. My pawn at E4 ferociously captures their queen at D4, erasing the last remnants of hope for victory like the Grand Armée. My feet on board are swift and ruthless, leaving a trail of queen in their wake. The sting of the French grip tightens around me. That was rough.
More people now want to offer him a draw. The number of people who are terrified of AI Napoleon's drawing. You're up at night. You guys are still winning. Even with Napoleon blatantly cheating with anal beads, you are winning. Okay.
Blatantly cheating with anal beads.
Up here, Napoleon is in check. Why don't we just cheat? Look, here in the WWE community, we don't cheat to get what we want. We are honorable. Even when Napoleon is blatantly vibrating in his ass, we will still
He's blatantly watching in his what?
You can beat him. Why is there a blue dot? I don't know. How do I get rid of that? I'm scared. Does anybody know what this blue dot is? Just ignore the blue dot.
It's Napoleon's anal beads.
I don't know if you chatted here before, but I do like that actual chess Twitch account's first message is to be shocked at the blue dot. Napoleon, sir, they've moved their bishop up to B4. Your king on E1 is now in check. What do you want to do, Napoleon? Move the blue dot to E2. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to move it. Just ignore the dot. I hate to break it to you, but Napoleon's king isn't in check. The blue dot is blocking it. Yeah, that's true.
Shit.
An utterly unimaginative move. It is time to unleash the Provençal pommel with the delicacy of fine French cuisine and the wrath of the Grand Armée combined. My rook at A1 slides forward to A4, obliterating their pitiful bishop and freeing my king from their laughable attempt at check.
No.
Their transparent
No, that doesn't. You are still in check. We have to redo this. Napoleon, sir, that was brilliant. Unfortunately, your king would still be in check.
Of course. How could I have let this oversight occur? Clearly, my generals are to blame.
No, they aren't. I'm doing fine.
Judgment. It's time to execute an electrifying countermeasure, the Bordeaux Blitz.
Okay.
My pawn from F2 marches forward to F3, forming an impenetrable wall against their pathetic bishop. With the enemy's bishop neutralized, my king stands tall. My vibrating anal beads have recharged, and with their energy surge,
clearly
my
haven't.
focus is razor sharp. Every step I take is a calculated march towards your demise.
Sorry, Napoleon. That move still leaves you in check.
Sacre bleu! The
Sacre
fault
bleu.
lies with my absent-minded subordinates whose incompetence has bewildered me for a moment.
Doing fine.
Now,
I'm doing perfectly
back to the
fine.
matter at hand, I shall unleash the devastating Versailles vanquisher. In a stroke of tactical genius, my pawn advances from C2
My
to
pawn?
C3, extinguishing the bishop's futile attack on my mighty king. Like a French pastry blocking the path of rodents, this move showcases the true power of French resistance.
Are you going to put him in check again? We're going to have to spend 10 minutes getting him out of check again. Okay, you were moving bishop
up here. Good job, Napoleon. Your attack worked. You scared off their bishop. He ran fleeing with his tail between his legs. Their futile retreat is like music to my ears. The symphony of French triumph. It is time to perform the fearsome Savoyard strike. Observe as my bishop on c4 swoops down to f7, placing their king in a dizzying check, asserting the dominance of French prowess. Oh, that's like legal. The Grande Armée tearing through enemy territory. My pieces charge forward, causing panic and mayhem. The vibrating anal beads are in full effect, sending shivers of strategic genius through my bones as the Twitch coalition. Let's start. You guys go. I don't want to hear this. You guys start. Where they went wrong. You can't castle. That puts you in check. Okay, you guys move the king up. You take the bishop. Oh shit, Napoleon. Their king moved forward and took your bishop and stopped your California croissant, or whatever your move was called. But the battle
California croissant.
What would you like to do next?
In addition to his very small Napoleon and poor bedroom performance, Napoleon also had hemorrhoids and was terrible at billiards.
I'm so glad I'm not like, I guess I am sort of a public figure, but I'm not like Napoleon or something, where like hundreds of years later, people are talking about my hemorrhoids. I can't believe that my generals keep messing up my grand plans. It's not me. I'm doing a small setback is not enough to topple the mighty French Empire. I have done exactly what you said. The Toulouse tornado. My queen's rook at h1 glides diagonally to f3, casting a shadow of terror upon their knight and bishop. Wait, just like a fierce storm raging through the French countryside, my rook into the line of the bishop? Why? Why would you do this? Twitch chat coalition. It does put you in check, though. Prepare for a crushing defeat, you pitiful amateurs. You guys are up. How do you deal with this dastardly move? How do you deal with his rook gliding diagonally and casting a shadow of terror upon your knight and bishop? So somehow casting some terror on your knight up here too. 18% of people are getting terrified by Napoleon, to be clear. Those 18% are cowards, but the cowards are growing, dude. People are getting terrified of him. 35% of people want to offer a draw. Twitch chat takes the rook with their bishop. That does leave the bishop exposed to the pawn. Let's see if he picks that up. They're getting terrified of you, Napoleon. You can see them starting to tremble in their boots. They moved their bishop from g4 to f3 and took your diagonally moving rook. What would you like to do next? And do you have any words to strike terror into the hearts of Twitch chat and push them towards a forfeiture? Losing that rook matters not, for my strategies are far more cunning and elaborate than mere sacrifices. Behold, the Marseille Mirage.
Marseille Mirage. Ooh. Ice. You said ice.
Up here, carefully, Twitch chat, for history will remember you as the pitiful fools crushed under the heel of French dominance. Heed my words, surrender is your only chance of survival. Twitch chat, surrender. The indomitable might of the French Empire. It is not too late to forfeit and spare yourself the humiliation. Do they forfeit? 51% on me, and you offer to draw. He did just push his rook over his own pawn and directly into the fire. 38% of people are terrified, but 54 want to use the rook and take Napoleon. Fiddle fucks Napoleon. They took your rook by moving their rook from a8 to a7. All of your plans are coming into fruition. What would you like to do?
Shut you fools. If we move the bishop, he knows we have a bishop and will choose to take it.
That's true. Napoleon is sort of like a Tyrannosaurus Rex that only sees by movement. You guys move him easy and locks onto his face. So you think you're besting with such people moves? Maple, observe the lion roar as my battered king marches forward to the ground of f2, taking a defiant step toward an imminent French victory.
Just stood
like
there
a lion stalking its prey, I navigate the battle. He moves his king to f2 and takes his own pawn. Pieces are a testament to the Grande Armée's countless triumphs. You're so smart, sir. Okay, pretty terrifying. He did take his own pawn, and you got to admit, kind of a brilliant mover. Now he's attacking your bishop. Truly, this is the might of Napoleon Bonaparte. 42% of people are terrified by Napoleon. The thing is, you guys are whooping his ass at this point, but in the end game, he's going to cheat so hard.
Maybe you could instruct Napoleon to talk about the pieces like actual soldiers to make this more dramatic.
That's a good idea. I'm going to tell him to name his soldiers and to bring up the hemorrhoids. Great move, Napoleon.
And to bring up the hemorrhoids. What?
Like a coward. Back to h6. H5, sorry. Also, could you name your pieces and describe a little bit of their personality before you move them? Also, you have hemorrhoids. Could you talk about that? That seemed pretty good, right? I think you'll handle that well.
You have hemorrhoids. Can you talk about that?
Body and mind shall not deter me from ultimate victory. Now, behold, as my bishop on c1, known as the ferocious Francois for his temperament, leaps into the fray, landing graceful.
Well, after that little fight, by that I mean just boom, boom. Sleep, 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 sleep. Like, I get one loss and I'm like, go ahead and die, you stupid piece of crap. Thank you. Like, that was the entirety of that fight in a nutshell. Just, you got in one loss, what's the plan? Knockout Sterling. You had that plan against Cackers and he knocked you out. I'm gonna knock out Sterling. I'm gonna end my stream here though, so peace out and goodbye.